Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. Alright, hopefully things are coming on live for everybody. I'm just checking up our streams here.
Nice.
We are live. So, welcome everybody. For those of you who don't know us, my name is Jeff Salmon. I am the creator and founder of Twitch Pixel Studios, along with my lovely wife Natalie Harvey, who is also on the stream with here to my right. I'm also here with Travis Fowler, prolifically talented artist, good friend of ours, worked together in the past on a lot of good shows. Normally we would have Michael Murphy with us today, but he is out sick, unfortunately. So Mike, feel better. We can't wait to see you again next week. So be sure to follow us individually, as you can see in the stream here. There you got our tags up there for our social networks, as well as Twitch Pixel around the web, and share us with your friends. We're here to stream and show you our process from start to finish, from concept through script to animatic, the process of making animated shows and series, as well as doing one-off art pieces and talking pop culture and video games and art and all those crazy things. So feel free to go join us on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook. You can even catch us in Discord on our Discord channel, or you can go to twitchpixel.com to get access to all of those. And make sure you ask us questions and talk to us while we stream. We're more than happy to answer them and talk about our process and what we do. So yeah, let's, without further ado, get started. So we got Natalie up here. Nat, what are you working on today?
I'm working on a continuation of the thumbnails for Unicorn Dip.
That's right.
Working title. Yeah, I've made a killer ton of progress so far. As you can see at the bottom of my screen, I've got lots of little drawings here. And hopefully we'll accomplish many more today.
Excellent. And Travis, what are you working on today?
I'm continuing storyboarding the trailer for my fantasy real estate show, Dungeon Flipper.
Nice.
It's a trailer.
That's right. I remember last stream you were working on all the Lich guy, his introduction to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
One of their first clients.
As for me, I'm actually going to be doing something a little different for my stream today. I'm going to be editing down some footage that me and Natalie have captured. For those of you who don't know, me and Natalie have sacrificed everything about the big city and our big lives to, due to COVID, of course, losing our jobs, to move back home to my parents' property. We're building a little micro home for ourselves. We'll be living out of a trailer for Dalian Beam while we focus 100% on Twitch Pixel and you guys as our audience and our friends, and to dedicate our time to making our shows, as well as to try and get a bit of savings for once of our lives, which would be great. So we actually purchased a couple GoPros and a drone, and we've been flying around the farmland just practicing. So I'm going to put it together into a little demo video to show up on our YouTube channel eventually, and we'll let you guys all know about that. So yeah, that's what I'll be working on today myself.
Awesome.
Speaking of pop culture, playing through The Last of Us 2 right now. Oh, it is so
The
good.
graphics
boy.
on that seem real cool.
Oh,
I've seen little
So
clips
good.
of, like the rope mechanics.
Yeah. It's the story, though, really, to tell you the truth. I mean, Naughty Dog's always been known for that, right?
yeah, it's true.
But it is Game of Thrones quality writing, if not better. I mean, Natalie doesn't really watch video games that often, but she's been glued to her seat while I play
Oh,
it.
yeah. It's intense. Ugh. Yeah.
And they're taking...
I knew it wasn't going to be disappointing.
Yeah, they take lots of risks in these games. So, like, the storytelling is just makes it that much more appealing when they take risks. You don't feel that... You,
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, not a lot of games make me feel that way, but it was all the feels yesterday while I was watching Jeff play. Ugh,
all the feels.
all the feels. Yeah, he actually, I say, don't play without me. I don't want to miss anything. I better be there if you're playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, just horses, nothing else.
Nice. That's awesome. Where I grew up, we had like some neighbors who had some horses we could sometimes convince to come like to the close enough to the fence that we could like pet them and stuff.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, they're finicky creatures. I mean, rightly so, considering, being a wild animal.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, my portion of this video is going to be kind of boring to watch. It's mostly file transferring and then some video editing in the end.
Exciting.
Let's watch that progress bar.
I'm sure somewhere on Twitch or something it's like, watch me download, like, watch me torrent this.
There's gotta be. Torrent fetishists.
yeah, being like, look at the problem, like all the seeds in this torrent. Look at that go. Yeah, actually, oh yeah, today is midsummer, or like it's the solstice. The
Oh.
longest day of the year. It surprised me how, well, I guess because of being inside so much, to realize, oh, it's the longest day of the year.
Yeah.
When did that happen? When did it become? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, is that nice?
But
Right
right
Days
now,
aren't quite as long as they are up there, where the tilt, all the tilt happens.
yeah.
But it is always weird. It being like 8 or 9, it'd be like, why is the sun still up? Yeah. Ooh, nice. I'd always loved that about British Columbia, those misty mountains. Yeah. They probably, yeah. Have they done any any fantasy? I mean, surely with Vancouver being such a film mecca, they've had to have done some fantasy shooting in the hills of BC.
I'm sure there have been fantasy movies shot up here. I'm not sure what those would be, but I mean the big ones we're known for. I think like the X-Men movies and the Stargate
Yeah.
series. Firefly was filmed. A lot of Firefly was filmed up here in our studios. Lots of sci-fi actually. We're a big sci-fi hub.
Yeah.
I'm sure there have been fantasy movies shot up here. I'm not sure what those would be, but I mean the big ones we're known for. I think the X-Men movies, Stargate series. Firefly was filmed. A lot of Firefly was filmed. Lots of sci-fi actually. We're a big sci-fi hub. Make this bigger so I can see what everybody's doing. There we go.
Yes, it's true. I see a lot of. I've been trying to like. As a professional animator, I look at a lot of storyboards, but I haven't really been taking as many notes as I probably should have. Kind of like I like to do the thing where things far away might have like a gray lines to them,
Yeah.
or I try to keep it. So far, I like to keep things black and white, foreground elements and stuff like with black lines, far away things, gray lines, and then like a lot of like reds for like noting movement and things.
Yeah,
There's a lot
action
of-
and stuff, right?
Yeah, actions and camera directions I like to like kind of note with red lines just so that you know that they're there. I think a lot of that's because like right now my boards are still fairly like a lot of times with boards they like have it's basically just key animation. With mine there's still a lot of like kind of suggested acting, which yeah. Yeah, it's like I don't want to animate the guy hammering like switch back every drawing when he's hitting the hammer. It's like you get it, he's hammering. I don't have to draw like do back and forth all the frames of him swinging it. Yeah.
to these
Yeah.
modern software, not back in the day they had to draw on a piece of paper.
Right. Oh yeah, their Toon Boom Harmony 20 came out recently.
Oh, what?
Oh.
Yeah, they skipped 18 and 19 for some
They went
reason.
straight to
Just
20.
went
What?
straight to 20.
I'm gonna have to
20
look
sounds
into
better.
this.
Yeah, they got some cool stuff in there. A lot of it is kind of beyond my ability to comprehend too much. But the big thing I saw was they have
Quick dive.
deformers on deformers.
Oh.
I know, right? Yeah,
What?
That's
No.
the big. That's
Oh,
the big thing. That's the thing. I'm like, ooh, now I want to pay money to get that, just so I can have deformers on deformers.
Yep, we're gonna have to upgrade
Huh.
now. Honestly, I've been waiting for that forever.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because now I can do a full deformer rig with the master controllers and still deform the things inside of them.
Yes, that's always been the big
okay.
thing.
Yeah, so now we can do
Huh.
anything with rigs now.
Limitless.
Huh.
Yeah, I think in the tech demo they had like this shark character, and they had like the master controller set up to where he could just like full on 360 this like 2D like rig, and it was like what?
And it looks like a full 3D character, but it's not. I know, it's insane.
Yeah, yeah.
They also have weighted deform nodes now, which I think allows you to do deforming of textures. Kind of like if you had a plaid shirt, you can actually deform it properly now outside of the actual deformers.
That's right. Yeah, it's really
Huh.
cool.
Ah, color management, environments, and effects. Give you a full control over accuracy of the project's colors. Color effect nodes, color curve nodes, color level nodes, gamma nodes, and color fade nodes. Better alignment
they have,
guides.
they have like some inverse kinematic-y things or something where like you can set weight to thing. Like they had it where it was like a character had bangs, and they had a thing where like you could animate it and it would like the bangs would react like with gravity and stuff. Like automatically.
Interesting.
Wow.
Which I could see
Nice.
getting you some trouble if you didn't have it set just right, but it looks really cool in the tech demo.
So it sounds like they kind of took the game engine approach and threw physics simulation into it.
Yeah. Pretty neat.
I'd like to see how they've updated their 2D, 3D integrations too.
Oh yeah, you can import. I guess I don't know. They've done more with that too, like being able to have Maya files like into the software and stuff.
Yeah, natively now. Yeah, I'd like to get an Unreal. I still want to build my tool Unreal Engine bridge.
Hmm.
So the next thing is I gotta find investment for that because it's really what's gonna be next for Toon Boom and Harmony. Any honestly 2D animation software.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna have to dig more into the new Toon Boom features and the videos soon. But yeah, that's exciting stuff because the deformers on deformers, like you said, that changes the game really.
Yeah, yeah. That's always been a thing. Like even just like on a small level, like me rigging characters. Like I'll do the thing where every drawing has deformers on it, but then I'm also like, but if I could just also put a deformer on like the torso itself to have the torso move, like
Yeah.
I don't know, it's like that extra level of like makes a big difference.
And those master controllers, when you can mix it with those deformers like that, like you can really, really get a rig that is like a Disney quality rig that takes no effort to animate.
Mm-hmm.
I know you guys, you were using it on one of the shows you animated recently, and it was super handy for mainly key posing though, right? That's what you were mostly using it for?
Oh yeah, like we would use it. It was for Alien News Desk, which was like convenient because it was mostly just like
Behind a
front,
desk.
3/4, yeah, waist up. They never turned around. So a lot of those like kind of subtle head turns and like getting them able to have that little subtle bits of interpolation and
Yeah.
stuff was just really easy.
Gotta make sure that I start right off the bat making these video series by labeling things properly and dating them properly.
Yes.
Oh
I've
yeah.
learned hard lessons about that over the past.
Yeah.
Alright. That is the first SD card company. Well, maybe I'll make this epic and dynamic. GoPro 2 SD card.
He got his own theme music for his file conversion.
I'm also like
Yeah.
taking. If you watch the stream, I'm actually like taking the SD card because it's a micro SD and it's an adapter. I'm like doing the adapter all epic poses on screen and camera. This will be GoPro 1? No, GoPro 2. Now, no one judge us. We're just learning to use these tools. Some of our footage is pretty bad. The drone, though, all of it's good. Man, it's like having a full crane and jib that can go 5 kilometers up and 5 kilometers out.
Oh dang! That can go 5
So
kilometers.
cool.
Yeah!
Oh yeah.
That's so far away.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, you gotta keep it... Legally, you gotta keep it below 400 feet. There's actually a lot of rules around it, and Canada's got the hardest rules, but luckily we bought a drone that is under 250 grams, which makes it technically in the toy category, so we can actually... We don't need to register it, we don't need a license for it, and all that stuff. Yeah. Still on there. Yeah, it's like having a professional team running a whole camera rig. Oh, I got some time lapse.
Yeah.
GoPro. That's why those.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, I'm trying to test out all the different modes it has because they're basically built for vloggers and creators now, content creators now. Another exciting Windows loading bar. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. For your
Yes.
viewing pleasure.
All of the thrills, excitement comes with.
Oh, I love that shot of Mr. Bubble Potts with his mouth over like.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That him
He
getting
just got
cracked in the
smacked
side of
real
the
good.
face.
Yeah. Yeah. He's about to hit the ground and actually form a crack in his glass head.
So nice.
And yeah, your script has a very disturbing thing about to come up here where he's gonna get jammed
Oh right.
by
I forgot
JFK.
about that.
Yeah, that's still something you want.
Oh, that's 100%.
have
It plays into a joke later, so yeah, it has to.
Oh, good. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think it's hilarious, but I don't know why I don't remember reading that part, and I read it this morning. Like, oh wow, okay. Can't wait to draw that.
I've made Natalie draw some crazy things in my in our career so far.
Yeah.
No, it's not. I mean, it's like all the stuff I animated on Harmon Quest, like Fondue pulling his pants down and like
Right.
messed up stuff. Can't imagine the guys in Rick and Morty, like some of the stuff they've had to draw. That's
No,
tough.
yeah. Or
Seriously.
one of the pretty much everything I had to do in Paradise PD recently has just been like, well, there you go.
There's a dick. There's a dick. Here's another dick.
A lot of stuff I'm not very proud of.
Dicks abound.
Yeah.
I should just watch season 2 because you animated it. I'm gonna have to.
You don't have to.
You really don't. You know, honestly, anything that I put life into in an animation, I'm proud of, even if it's ridiculous. It's because at the end of the day, when I sit and watch it, I'm like, that was a static image before I started. You know?
That's true. Yeah.
I still feel the magic of it, even years later.
It's kind of fun when you forget what you've worked on, and then you see something you've worked on, and you're like, oh wait a minute, I forgot
Yeah,
about that one.
I recently had to share my portfolio around again, and I had to watch my demo reel and all the Harmon Quest stuff that was in there, and like that first shot they made me do of Bjorn jumping, climbing up the side of the mountain, being chased by the serpent snake thing.
Yeah.
It was like the first shot they gave me. I was like, "You kidding me? I'm just learning your rigs, and you're making me do this." But it turned out really good.
Like you had downward angle shots and like
Those are brutal. Yeah, that was my worst shot I ever had to do. And even Alex, our lead at the time, Alex Langlois, who's an insanely talented animator, she was having trouble with it because it was such a top-down shot with a 3 people walk cycle in it.
Yeah.
But then you also have that all 3 of them are vastly different heights.
Yeah.
So it turned out a little robotic for my liking, but you know, that's how it goes.
It's funny, even after all these years, like the thing that always trips me up, and I bet other animators too, is just like having group walk cycles where like their heights are so different that their strides can't make sense.
Yeah, like especially between Fondue and Bone Weevil, right?
Kind of,
Bone Weevil,
yeah. Yeah.
Because he's like 4 foot nothing, and his legs are like a foot long, and then you get Fondue, who's like 6'2", and his legs are like a meter long.
Yeah.
And you end up getting that like look to Bone Weevil that you got to try and avoid, right?
Right. It's tricky.
It's totally tricky.
I need to start paying attention when I see groups of people walking. Like, how are they staying? How are they keeping in pace with each other?
Yeah, right. But as an animator, you see so much more in a show than the average viewer sees, and so we analyze it a lot deeper. So the average viewer sees it and it looks fine to them, but we're like picky, just like any artist, right? We always dissect everything we do.
Yeah. Like even these days, like I see a lot of like older shows. Like, I was watching King of the Hill, and just like noticing that everyone in the crowd was like walking in the exact same step at the same time.
Oh,
They're
really?
walking, like left, right.
And they weren't even staggering them?
No, yeah, they were all the exact same like stride and pace, and I'm just like, that's unusual. I mean, granted, I think some people do. Like, sometimes you end up walking the same stride as the person you're walking with, but like, it's
but a whole crowd?
Yeah. It looked like they were, I don't know, like in a procession or a marching group.
Or like one of those puppets where you have them like a stick connected to you, and they're all got bars across them to your legs and arms.
Yeah.
Funny. Yeah, I mean, look at what Hanna-Barbera got away with back in the day, right?
Yeah, it's just like have their heads stay still and their bodies walk.
Or even leaving full-on obvious animation errors in the final show too, right?
Yeah.
But that goes to show that the audience doesn't really care. And as soon as South Park came out as a actual show, I realized that the animation can be shitty and bad it can be made by an amateur as long as the audio sounds good and the story is good.
That's true.
You know, like I still appreciate the high art of other shows. Like even Rick and Morty, to an extent, I'd say at this point is high art because of how fluid and dynamic they have to be with the crazy things they do, right?
Oh yeah, like some of the stuff in the newer seasons, yeah, it's been really impressive.
That's for sure.
I remember watching John DeCock do the irradiated nude Rick scene with his floppy dink, and he had to blur it out. But how do you animate a floppy dink and then put like a black bar over it and still make it look good? You know.
Right. Still gonna make sure all the physics work.
That's right.
Floppy dick.
You had to blur it out. But how do you animate a floppy dink and then put like a black bar over
I think yesterday it was like the 10th anniversary or the 15th anniversary or something of the 12-ounce mouse, that Adult Swim show that's just like the badly drawn green mouse. Like
I don't think I
it's
ever
like
saw that.
it's like a. I wonder if it would. I don't know. It's just like it is very Adult Swim, and it's like, you know, it's like a circle. It's like kind of almost even more rudimentary than like Squidbillies. It's like a circle,
What did
green
you call
circle
it again?
body. 12-ounce mouse.
12-ounce mouse.
Or wait, am I getting it mixed up with them? No, yeah, it's 12-ounce mouse.
I'll do the Googs. Oh yeah, totally. I remember that thing now. Yeah, that was actually an Adult Swim show.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought it was
I
just
don't think
YouTube
it was-
videos.
Nope. Yes. It was on TV.
Holy crap. Alright, I'm trying way too hard.
But it's funny. There was in the Cartoon Network show OKKO.
I've heard of that, yeah.
Yeah. That shows can be a lot of fun because they do a lot of like kind of cartoon references and homages and stuff. But there's an episode where one of the characters, who's like this angry little mouse girl, like gets called out for something, and she gets mad, and her face turns into like the 12-ounce mouse things.
For a
And
second.
yeah, it's like what a,
Call back.
what a fun reference.
I love when they do that. See, that's I think a lot thanks to things like Marvel, especially. A lot of places are realizing that you can create a universe and tell different stories in that universe now, and really grow a brand around that. You know, that's what I kind of want to do with the Unicorn Dick thing. But I'd like to make a game kind of like Media Molecule's Dreams, where you can create anything in it, but specifically for 2D animation set in our world, so that they can fly around our 3D world and put their own characters in and voice act, and then put them out as their own thing and grow our expanded universe with the fans, you know?
That's fun.
That's my end goal. That's like a 10-year goal from now.
Yeah.
Maybe even longer.
It can be kind of cool though. I know, like, yeah, like sometimes it's interesting how like either fan favorite characters or even just like fan characters can sometimes like kind of make their way
Supersede
into.
the main stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a world of collaboration now, and content creation as a team, as a group, or as a community, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of time to rethink how Hollywood used to do things and see if we can get more amateur people doing pro-looking stuff together, you know?
Yeah.
But also, I mean, Unicorn Dick isn't like super crazy, well-done animation or anything, but the idea is like keep it simple so that you can tell a good story. Let's just be honest,
Yep.
story's all that matters. Oh, Nat, some of the shots you got on the GoPro are just
Yeah, awesome.
for sure. We're gonna have to figure out our proper
my
shooting modes for photo too, because it's got the warped fisheye kind of distortion to all your photos. Oh wait, no, now you
Yeah.
got a couple that are looking okay. I guess you might have switched your modes.
Jeff, my screen is black. What can I do to fix that?
As in OBS,
Yeah.
or is your actual screen black?
Oh yeah,
It's
blacked out on
streaming.
the screen, yeah.
Oh,
As
okay. I'm gonna run over to Nat. I'll be right back.
Cool.
Still see your monitor though, right?
yeah, no, all I can see is my little.
No. Yeah. Okay. Display capture. Double click on that. Okay. Try switching it to the other monitor for a sec and then back. So click that drop down. Go to the other one. Hit OK. No, it's busted. So open that up again and switch it back. Okay, hit OK. Stop your stream and start it again. Stop your stream, I should say. Close OBS. Any second now.
Yeah. Weird little glitch there.
Everything else looks good, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Aha. But oh, my desktop. Everyone can see the mountain scene that I like.
Aha, nice.
Right. Back to it.
Is Restream showing the stream for you right now, Travis?
Let's see. Yep.
Do you see Natalie
Looks
back
good.
now? Mine's just frozen.
Looks good to me.
Oh no, yeah, she's good.
Okay, good.
It's all working.
Good, good. Now, if only whenever you had issues, I could just get off the couch and come and fix them.
Right. Yeah.
Although I realized last time we were having audio issues, we could have just shared screened your desktop with me. I could have figured it out.
Oh yeah.
So let's keep that in mind for next time.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it'll be fine.
Okay. So I haven't even looked at half the footage here.
Yeah, you should look at mine.
My dad
'cause-
working.
Yeah.
You gotta turn your hyper smooth on when you're filming that.
That's right. Yeah, I only realized that after.
What was that?
Yeah, I only realized that after.
Yeah. It's still pretty good, even all things considered, though. Like, I'd be able to use Premiere's image stabilization to really filter that out, 'cause it's not super jumpy, right?
Yeah.
We're also going to have to sync up our video settings to each other, so we're both always shooting in the proper, or the same format.
Totally. Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that footage. Nice.
Yeah. Working hard.
Our whole fam jam kicking around.
Yeah.
Wait till you see some of the drone
Ugh.
footage. This valley we're
man.
living in right now is stunning. Well, I mean, you drove through it up to Coquihalla, up to Kelowna, so yeah, you did see
It's
it.
true. Yeah.
Back on the farm. Although I've never lived on this farm. I've lived my other parents' farm growing up, and then they moved into just a regular house in this, not city, but the suburb kind of deal. Ooh, I like your walk through the tree to the mountain range there, Nat. Well done.
All right. Thank you.
Ah, lens flare. What are you,
Yeah.
J.J. Abrams?
Absolutely not.
Right. Ah, there you go. Hyper smooth on there.
Oh, did I? Okay, good. I thought I figured it out at some point.
Ooh, that is a nice, beautiful day there. Oh, Teddy in the background. Oh no, maybe hyper smooth isn't on. You're just doing it nice and slow and smooth.
I'm my own hyper smooth.
Still really good though.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, the clouds
those
really
roads
look
have
nice
come-
there.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just looking at the clouds, and they're really, I don't know, they're visually interesting at that point when I took that video.
Yeah, looking kind of like mare's tails, maybe.
Oh, I haven't heard of that term for clouds. It's pretty appropriate for the farm.
Yeah, let me double check and see how mare's tails are supposed to. Yeah, mare's tails.
Huh, cool.
I don't know where that term originates.
Yeah.
Well, a mare is a horse, so I'd assume it'd be their tail. But why is it associated to clouds? Because it's supposed to look like it, I guess?
Yeah, they kind of look like it. I don't know if it's like, where that the term is like, I don't know, it's okay. There were a lot more horses back then. People started to.
I guess that makes sense, yeah. That's probably why there's so much horse vernacular in regular language, in regular
Yeah.
English and stuff, because there were so many horses back
Electric
then.
horses, yeah. That's a horse of a different color. Get horses in the mouth.
Oh yeah. Wow. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's weird. Living in the nature, all the fresh air here. Feel a little more sluggish for a
yeah.
while.
Yeah.
that we're living in a real tiny little classic Bigfoot trailer. It's basically, I don't know, maybe 30 square feet or something like that.
Quite small.
And it'd be like, you wake up in the morning and it's crisp air like you're sleeping in a tent, you know?
Oh yeah. Nice.
And it's nice for a couple of nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
We're
then,
gonna get that trailer today.
yeah.
Yep. Go for that. Oh, Nat's supposed time lapse that turned out just to be a regular video of her painting.
Yeah. Can't be very interesting in regular speed.
Yeah. Some of the time lapses I did, they just look Benny Hill movies because it's
Oh, yeah.
everyone's running around like crazy. Alright, these ones are mine. Trying to get some shots of the drone. Little promo for Straw House I used to work at. Goodie. There we go. There's some of the speed time lapses. Oh, the stream will have to catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mom's on the stream. Good afternoon, ladies and gents. Hey, Mom.
Hey!
It's the three of us today. Mike's out sick with a stomach bug.
Yeah, poor
Yeah.
guy.
Definitely not COVID.
I mean, Travis might be a gentleman. I don't know about me. I'm a little rough around the edges. Yeah, there we go. Benny Hill stuff. Totally.
Oh,
The dogs
yeah.
are the best because they move
Oh,
so
yeah,
quickly
dog.
normally.
No problem.
Yeah, I like the time lapse mode, and I think I can actually make it a bit faster. Like this is a bit slow.
Really?
It's great because it's got me and my dad working in the foreground, putting the roof pieces together while you guys are painting in the background. I like it. It's pretty good.
Nice.
Right? That's what we get to see every morning now.
Cool.
Kelowna was nice, but I've always preferred the valley.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's because it's more like a rainforest down here.
Oh yeah, good point.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
basically a desert
Ugh.
up there.
Ugh,
Yeah.
way too dry.
Yeah, stomach bugs are hideous, monstrous bugs. Says Mom.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah.
Poor Mike, out for the count. Messaged me last night. He's like, I don't know, feeling pretty bad. I'm like, oh, bud, stressed up. That's the advantage to having more than one person on the stream.
Yeah, yeah.
So we can keep going.
Stream.
Yeah.
The stream shall go on.
Yeah.
But it's not the same without you, Mike.
How was it last week when we were gone?
It was good. Yeah, I mean, like, I think yeah, we did all right. Kept it going.
No tech issues or anything.
Not that we were aware of. I think we had, I guess Mom was there, and I think we had, I think Eric Arg may have stopped by for a second. But,
Nice.
but yeah, it was just a nice little easy stream.
Sweet. Yeah, I have to go back and watch it, see what you guys worked on.
Yeah, maybe we'll make that one of the first things we do in the new trailer.
No. You go away. I open you up in VLC. Oh, I don't have VLC installed. Dang it.
What?
Why is it? That's like one of my classic, like, as soon as you reinstall Windows, kind of download that right now thing. It's, you know,
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah, VLC's been around for a long time, eh?
so long. And they're
Yeah.
still the number one because honestly, every time a new codec comes out, they just add it to their thing, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
I literally had Windows Media Player trying to tell me, you can buy this for $1.49. I'm like, but I could just download VLC for free.
And the same thing with like QuickTime Player. I'm always like, this doesn't work very well.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
like yeah, I think it was like sometimes like I want to try and like it has in the program like cut and paste video, and I'm like, oh yes, and it's like you need the pro version, and I'm like, okay, give me the pro version. I'm like, we don't do it anymore.
Aww.
Quit running me around in circles!
Yeah. Why would they even put it on there if you can't get it?
Should be called slow time, not quick time.
Yes.
Huh. Ignore? Ignore?
Let's see. Mom says, "What a beautiful place. Come on, Travis, tell them the truth. We trash talk them." I don't remember us trash talking.
It's okay.
Yeah,
we probably
yeah.
just.
Unless there's something I'm forgetting. It's very pretty there. Mountains around our places are not nearly as nice.
You guys are more desert there, right?
Well, it's just forest, I guess.
Okay.
Like I guess I grew up in the foothills of the Ozarks.
Ooh.
It's very humid, but I mean, like, they're not. They aren't nearly as tall or as majestic as the Rockies. Let's see. Tom says, "Just kidding. You guys were missed."
Aww.
Why is she sad, Travis? I want to hear the music for remodeling. Oh yeah, I'm drawing a very sad Molly. I'm in the dramatic, emotional part of the trailer where it's lots of sad stuff happening.
Oh, that's hilarious. For about remodeling?
Well, not in this case. This is her getting evicted from the place that she was living at.
Oh, right. That's kind of like the kickoff, right?
Yeah, and just like it's kind of a running, like the whole thing about like the crux of Molly's character is that she's really great at like making finding homes for other people, but she like can never find like a good place for herself. She's always like couch surfing and getting evicted from places.
Aw.
Nice.
So it's kind of walking that fun irony. Eric Arg, ahoy!
Ahoy! What's up, Eric? Me and Eric right now, well, we always game together on PlayStation. We're both going. Yet, holy crap! It's been an interesting couple of days.
Nice.
Right, where was I? There we go. Last video. Just testing out my GoPro settings. Yeah, that's a bit dark.
I think it's like after this part in the trailer, it's a part of like Molly like kind of waking up in this sleeping bag and quickly kind of jumping out of it and greeting this person, and it turns out she's been like squatting in like a this place where she's giving like open house tours.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's
Oh,
like,
she,
kind of-
I see. Yeah, she's just been. Yeah, because she's a real estate
Yeah.
agent. She gets access to all the houses, so she can just stay there, right?
Yeah, so she's like kind of like kicking her sleeping bag out of the line of sight of like the client.
Nice.
I'm like, it's fine.
Here we go. Now I'm onto the drone footage. It's amazing how smooth it can be, even in windy conditions. And it's such a light drone; it does get blown around, but the camera stays so stable with that gimbal.
Yeah, that's wild. How like stable and stuff they can be.
Yeah, and that was a windy day. Like we were, our first flight was in a windy day, and it even compensates. Like if the wind, I mean, the wind will get strong enough that it can't compensate anymore, and it'll start going backwards. But the harder the wind blows at it, it tilts towards it to keep it, try to keep it in its place, right? Wild, super wild. I didn't do much in these videos. I was just trying to get good at, landing and taking off,
Not crashing.
not crashing into things. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's actually there you go. That's the Bigfoot trailer. that we were staying in. It's this tiny little trailer. Let's see if it turns
Oh,
around.
that is pretty small. Yeah.
That's what we were living in right now.
See, Mom says, "Bummer, I'd cry too. When will you have the sound for the shots you posted on Facebook recently?" Yeah, it looks like our place there, except for the mountains. We have hills. Let's see. Looks like our place there, except for the mountains. We have hills.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
Hills
yeah.
versus mountains. I always say that about Ontarians on the East Coast. They're always like, we have mountains. I'm like, they're hills.
Yeah, that's basically what it's like in Arkansas. And Georgia, too, for that matter.
So are you going to get sound for the shots you post on Facebook, or are you waiting to do all your voiceover and stuff in one go?
Yeah, basically what I'm thinking of doing is boarding the whole thing out, and then trying to do like get a audio, like get sound for it all, which
Yeah.
would be kind of funny because I'll be recording like a line or two from certain like parts of the script and song.
Oh, yeah, because
But-
it's a trailer.
Yeah, so it'll be like sing this one line from the song, and like, oh, that's all we need. And if I can get a good like, I guess that'd be the ideal is like board it, get like good sound for it, and then I can start like animating these little snippets.
Yeah, that makes most sense. Because you don't have
That
to do any
way,
extra
like-
work.
Yeah. 'Cause, like, as much as I'd love to like actually just animate the show, like I actually see this as something I could probably actually finish.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the goal between the four of us, right? Is eventually we're going to get to the stage. Actually, I might actually have, surprisingly enough, a couple more artists who want to do an additional stream on their own time as the Twitch Pixel team as well. But I think the goal would be to get, 2 streams a month where we're all focused on one project for a pilot that we all work on together, right?
Ooh, that'd be cool.
And then we can cycle that through. Once we get the first pilot done, then we can go on to the next one. So we'll probably start with Unicorn Dick, get its pilot done since it's only 11 minutes. And then we can, I'm thinking either, I'm not sure if I want to do Dork or Dungeon Flippers, but I feel like you're further along on Rough and Tumble or Dungeon Flippers.
Mhm.
But I feel like you're further
Yeah,
along
yeah.
on Dungeon Flippers now, aren't you?
I don't know. It's about. I think my only concern with Dungeon Flippers is that it's a bit lengthier. I think
Ah.
Rough and Tumble is like it's closer to 10 minutes, or Dork too.
Okay,
I think,
yeah.
Dungeon Flipper's closer to 20 minutes, so we could do the other one of the other ones.
I think we'll start with Rough and Tumble then. 'Cause I actually
Yeah.
really like Rough and Tumble as an idea anyways. I think that's
yeah.
a clever concept that hasn't really been done before,
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that sounds good. Awesome.
Yeah, so the idea is, because I just want to make a company that makes pilots, and then we can sell those pilots off and contract out the actual series work to other studios,
Yeah.
And that way me, you, and Natalie, and all our artists get to try new art styles every pilot, get to try new storytelling and new cinematic styles every pilot, new environment styles every pilot, so we don't stagnate,
Right. Totally. Let's see. Mom says, "Bigfoot, how funny! It isn't so. It so isn't scary or big."
Yeah.
So-
Seems like you were all living the dream. Yeah, kind of living the dream.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
When we get all set up, we're building a little off house too. Some of the videos I was just showing, you can see us building it, and we're gonna be living out of that too. When we get there, we'll be living the dream. There we go. Now we're getting to the aerial footage. I'm shooting with the drone.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. That's the stuff.
Yeah, that's the valley that we're in. That's just me, I should say. There's better shots of the actual valley. Here, I'll pull one of those up. There you go. That'll be the valley I'm talking about.
Ooh. So neat.
Right? Those mountains in the background, snow-peaked, they're beautiful. You're driving down the highway there, all you see is those 2 peaks
Oh,
right
wow.
there on the stream.
Ooh, that's cool.
Right? And of course, we're right next to the Fraser River too. You can see it a little later here, and it's super high right now.
Oh yeah.
It's got to be at least 300 feet across. Really fast. Yeah, in the valley now.
That's awesome.
looking forward. My brother loves going adventuring. He's got his dirt bikes and his trailers and all his stuff. And he's going to take me adventuring around to all the spots he knows that are cool, like waterfalls and caves he's found. And we're going to do a bunch of shooting there, so we'll be able to show some of that stuff off too. Also, actually, I did a shoot with my cell phone only, but I really want to get the GoPro in there now. My brother's a blacksmith, and he's got a full kiln and everything set up in his workshop, and filming it is so beautiful because you get all the sparks and the orange lights, the lights of the fire and everything, but he wants to do a night shoot with me where he's working in the dark with the kiln going in the background to light the whole room. I can't wait to film that.
Yeah. Definitely.
Doesn't Travis have the best ideas? You told him about the Ponce de Leon series? Wow, Jeff, you're using the drone for those pictures? Yeah, we're using a little Maverick Mini. It's become an amazing little drone now, too. It's got a firmware update where let's do professional grading right on the camera and everything, so filmmakers can actually use it as a drone now, and it's cheap-ish. But yeah, what's this Ponce de Leon series idea?
Oh yeah, I guess I made a lot of kind of manga-style comics in my youth. But one of them was like this kind of Western series that took place in like 1800s Arkansas, but the lead-in was all about like Ponce de Leon like entering the like Mississippi River area back in the like 1700s.
Interesting.
Doing all the conquistadors. I think I only made like the first chapter of that one, but still pretty out there.
Yeah, Anita, you raised a creative kid there. I am so glad we met each other.
Yeah.
It's so hard to find like-minded people, you know. Do we get much snow? Where exactly is this beautiful place? We do get snow. It can be anywhere from a couple inches to up to 4 feet, depending on how bad the winter is. But we're kind of in a temperate area down in the Fraser Valley, headed out towards Vancouver. So where Travis was living up in Kelowna, he's way up in the mountains, deserty area. You drive about 3 hours down the valley, and that's about where we are, in a place called Hope, where they filmed one of the Rocky movies, apparently.
Yep. Rambo.
Rambo, that's right.
Yeah.
It was a Rambo
Yeah,
movie, not Rocky.
Yeah, it's still Stallone though.
Yeah.
It's Stallone. Yeah, there's a statue apparently somewhere around Hope of Stallone.
Yeah, there's a few things actually. Apparently he sat in one specific chair in a restaurant, and if you go to that restaurant downtown, there's like a plaque beside it that says, Stallone sat here. Sit where he sat.
Should have been a stool, and they could have called it Stoolone.
Aww.
Weird having short hair now. Like, looking at my videos of myself, I'm like, who is that dude?
Yeah.
Had like a
That was that was me for a while when I switched to contacts. I would often like not be used to seeing me without glasses. I'd be like,
Right.
who's that? Who this person is?
stranger to yourself. Yeah, I am stoked on having a drone now.
Yeah, so cool.
Well, it's because, like I said, it's like having a camera crane, a professional camera crane team.
Yeah.
Now here we go. These are some of the shots. Well, once the stream catches up, of the building we've been working on for us to live in. Here we go. We're gonna park the trailer next to it so I can have. This will be our office and living room, and then the trailer will be our kitchen, bedroom, and bathroom and whatnot. It's a shanty. It's a shack.
Let's see. Mom says, he's so modest. The series had a historical basis, incorporated the song of the Arkansas fiddle and a bit of local lore. I could see how Kelowna seemed like a desert. LOL desert.
lush and
So
green
lush
there,
and
yeah.
green there. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, desert for BC desert, I'd say.
Yeah.
Catches fire way more than the valley does because of that. you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was like, ooh, fires.
So I guess your mom just should be your agent then, really.
That's true. She
really should.
She's doing a pretty good job of selling
Really is.
the idea. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the main character had a magical fiddle that could like conjure things. I mean, everyone
neat.
who played it.
You love stuff that can conjure other stuff, like your Willow's backpack.
Yeah, it's true. I do like that.
I love that stuff too. Bag of holding, man. It's the way to go.
Yeah, yeah. Mom says, "Sounds like your family is creative, Jeff."
It's like a 50-50. Half creative, half technical. Like my brother is much more hands-on, kind of like mechanic inclined. I'm more hand-drawn art animation inclined. My mom's got a mix of two, and my dad's got a mix of the two. So it's nice. It's nice seeing Glenn finally get it because he can't really. He's a farrier technically, so he actually puts horseshoes on horses, but he can't do it anymore because it's destroyed his back. It's really laborious work having to hold the whole weight of a horse up, you know. So he's actually getting to do some more creative stuff with his blacksmithing skills now, and it's nice to see because I think he's really digging it, you know.
Neat.
I'm
I
hoping.
never thought about how hard, like how physically demanding it must be.
Yeah.
Even just bend it, because I imagine don't they have to like bend over when they like shoe horses and stuff?
Oh
Or
yeah,
is
he's
that-
got to be kneeling, and he has a big pad on his knee that he brings the horse's leg up onto, and then the horse rests down on his knee, and he's got to do the shoeing and the nailing and the fitting and the melting the shoe into the nail a bit, and he's got to trimming first and all that kind of stuff too. And then of course horses naturally are heavy animals that lean against you when you're pressing against them, right? Kind of like a dog presses into you.
Yeah.
So over time that can hurt you, but the big one is one of the horses kind of bucked up when he was working, and it made him twist, and he slipped one of his discs out, and it's never been the same again. So he ended up going for a big surgery, and they're like, you probably shouldn't really do this much anymore. You know, if you do, try and take it more easy.
Which is impossible when you're doing that. Working with
But
big
I mean,
old
any-
horses.
Yeah, any trade like that though is you gotta like a time limit on.
Yeah, no, it's just very physically demanding.
Yeah, welders, mechanics.
I know, like, I always feel like such a, what the word would be, like, weakling or, like, out of shape or something, like, whenever I, like, go to inflate my tires or, like, go to the air pump at the gas station.
Oh
And
yeah.
I have to, like, squat down and, like, inflate the tires. I'm just like, ugh, I'm tired of, like, leaning over. Leaning over for 2 minutes. Exhausted.
Because we spend all our time sitting at a desk in front of a computer screen.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm noticing it too. Like I'm definitely in the first week here. I'm already getting buffer and losing weight from all the stuff I had to do on the farm.
Yeah.
Yep, you're gonna get swole.
Gonna get swole, and then I'll take some ibuprofen to lower that swelling.
Yeah.
I hate that word, swole.
I know, right? Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh, feels dirty coming out of my mouth.
Let's see. Paul's been typing up a storm.
I love it.
Let's see. Yeah. She says, talking about how she spelled dessert instead of desert
Oh.
earlier.
Oh, horses are
And,
so big. Just in case you guys didn't know.
Yeah, it's true.
We used to have, my mom has a friend who breeds the miniature horses. Oh, it's hilarious being around them because they act like dogs almost. Now, those are my kind of horse. I guess you drove pretty much a bunch of the coastline when you moved up and moved back, didn't you?
Oddly enough, didn't ever make it to the coast.
Ah, that's
I
too
had to avoid
bad.
it. Someday.
Although
I never
interior,
got-
in the interior BC is really nice too.
That's true. That's it. Paul says, you get that from me, Travis. We evolved past bending. Oh yeah, but
Evolved
Not
past
wanting to-
bending.
yeah. Well, she does it more than I. Like she does a lot of gardening, and like that involves a lot of bending over too.
Oh, yeah. That can take a toll.
I think you may have seen like a pinch of coast going up. Cause we crossed over, well, around Chilliwack was around where we crossed over.
Oh, you probably went to the Abbotsford border then.
Yeah, I think that was where we went over. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we didn't actually go all the way to like Vancouver. To,
Yeah, the one that brought you down into Washington. Right?
Yeah. We tried to find one that wouldn't be too like busy of a crossing. And then going back, I went down towards like Kamloops and Osoyoos.
That's a beautiful area for sure.
Oh yeah. I guess I went there like during springtime, so yeah, it was very nice. Oh yeah, totally. Nice summer there. Aside from the smoke.
Yeah, that was the worst part of it. You know.
It was wild too, because I was living with Scott during the summertime, and he had this whole thing about not using the air conditioning at all.
Right.
Oh,
And was had
that's
this whole
right.
system about opening the windows and getting a cross breeze through, which is economic and fine for him who sits there perfectly still all day. But during I'd wake up and there'd just be ash on my windowsill, and I'd be like,
Oh, you're breathing that in
smoky,
too, right?
smoky in my
Oh.
room. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty bad up there. And it's funny because when we moved there, it was like 3.5 feet of snow. And then the snow melts and everything floods. And then the floods go away, everything catches on fire. So I was like, I think Hell and High Water wants me to move away from Kelowna. We should have never came here. It wants me out.
Tom says, my perspective is really interesting. I'm getting an art fix and a nature fix.
Nice.
Yeah, we have a pretty good diverse feed of streams.
Yeah, I didn't know really what to do today. I don't have much to work on artistically wise. Everything's kind of waiting for net storyboards to get done before we move on, since all the rigs and stuff are pretty much done. And I knew I wanted to get onto this because we're trying to start a travel blog too. Me and Natalie are taking this next 1.5 to 2 years at my parents' place to save up to do a gap year, 12 countries over 12 months, and do a video series about each country while we travel. It's kind of the goal. We'll see if we make it there, but that's what getting this equipment's for. But we're going to start by bombing around BC first, because BC's a pretty exotic place to most people, you know? I definitely take it for granted. And I'm not going to now.
yeah.
Sounds so dreamy though. Like honestly, I haven't done like I've been to Canada and we had like a family trip to Cancun once.
Nice.
But, like I've never really been like I haven't done a lot of traveling aside from that.
Yeah, we want to do the whole Southeast Asia ring, and then back up, and then out through Europe, out to England and Ireland. Well, probably Finland for sure, Helsinki, because we're looking, because I can get my citizenship there, because my grandpa's Finnish, so we're looking at moving there eventually. And then hit over to, I want to hit to England, Scotland, and Ireland to do some castle tours. So I really want to see the ancient castles, and then we're going to fly back over to BC from an Ontario connector. But that depends whether or not those countries are open after COVID and all that stuff. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully by the time we're ready to go in like a year to 2 years, that they'll be relaxed a little bit.
Yeah,
we can
and then we'll
go.
have our savings for it, you know?
Yeah.
Because I expect it, like, round the world trips are not cheap, but if you add it all up, it's about the same price as paying rent and groceries and bills staying in one place. So if you have a home base you can keep all your stuff at, luckily my parents, thankfully for them, then you can take that money you'd be spending living in one place for a year and just go travel the world for a year, you know? It actually ends up being a bit cheaper than living in one place.
That sounds like I was just thinking about the idea of like your lease being up and then just putting all your stuff in a storage facility
Yeah.
and being like, aha.
Exactly, right? So it's not
Yeah.
like you're blowing your money and going traveling and you have to come home and still have to worry about rent while you're traveling or groceries while you're traveling or, you know, just pack it all up.
Mom says, what a fun, marvelous idea.
So I've always wanted to travel and see the world, and me and Natalie aren't going to have any children, so we're the right type of people to have that lifestyle, you know? Plus, we want to film and document it all and teach people about the cultures in those places, because I think the world needs a lot of that right now, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those drone shots really did turn out.
Mm-hmm.
Edit it all together now. Oh, I shot video of it sitting on the table. I was upgrading the firmware.
Exciting.
That's useless. This morning? Yeah, this morning I did this panorama shot around the mountains because the mist and the rain was just coming down the mountains to meet us in the valley before it started coming down. And I was like, oh, look at the clouds in those mountains. I gotta get a shot of that. It turned out real nice. Oh, here it comes on the screen. There we go.
A little bit of mist.
Yeah, when you turn, you can see it right down the valley, all the way down the valley here, coming up.
Ooh.
So cool. I love clouds, though. Oh, and then, yeah, once it gets to the peak here, actually, I went really high up. I think it was about 200 feet up on this one. You'll see the width of the Fraser River right now. It is wider than I have seen it, and I've lived here my whole life.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Right?
Ooh.
And that's downtown Hope over there. You used to be able to get, you can actually, that island in the middle of the river over there, you used to be able to walk right over to.
Strawberry.
The water's
Island.
risen about.
Oh, wow.
But I mean, it's that time of year, right? Rain's starting,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the snow's melting.
So cool.
And now I'm going to look towards Kelowna. 3 hours out. I don't even think you could point Kelowna out from there.
No.
Yeah, that's
No.
the Fraser for you. It's ridiculous right now.
Let's see. Oh, Mom said, Natalie, what fun. You'll be able to record it. How cool. Couch surfing?
Yeah.
Also, she says mystical, but like mist.
I love puns. In fact, most of Unicorn Dick is based off of puns.
Oh yeah. Wouldn't exist without puns.
We might do couch surfing. It depends if we know people. I think we have 2 years, so we're gonna try and reach out to people. We have an idea for the show itself too, is where we go and meet another couple or a person who will take us around their area and teach us about their culture. And at the end of it, we buy groceries together and cook a traditional meal together and eat it with them over wine. And then we use us eating the meal and talking about our trip together as a narration over all the shots of us out together, getting the groceries and meeting their culture and seeing stuff, right? It's kind of the goal. Laura! Hello! Laura's here! Onion Kitten strikes again. Hey, I can show Laura where we live now.
Yeah.
Thanks to those drone shots. See if I can get you some good shots there, Laura, of where we're living. This is one. It's just in my parents' front yard. It's insane to think that's my parents' front yard.
Yeah.
No. And get the valley one. So when she comes and visits, she'll kind of know where she's going to. Yeah, I can't wait to start doing some adventures with my brother, because he can get to more remote places with his pickup and his dirt bikes, so we can go and check out some really cool stuff. Yeah, I should be able to edit this down pretty easy. I really love that drone footage. It's really a game changer for independent filmmakers, you know? Lens flare! Yeah, it is huge and quite beautiful. Like I said, you have to come visit. We'll show you around.
Recycling this joke from the Dork script. Which I guess it's just because it's a bit that I enjoy. Just the idea of like a person in their sleeping bag, and then like they hop out of it, and then it's just like it drops, and they're in their like day clothes.
Oh, nice. Like a magician.
Just like, yeah. It's just like, whoop, all good to go.
Nice. Wish I could do that in the morning.
In this case, she's wearing her like her suit. Apparently, while she sleeps.
What is that show? Oh, How I Met Your Mother with Neil Patrick Harris's character. He's got that suit that's made out of sweatpant material. He's sleeping in, so he's technically always in a suit.
So good.
Oof. Laptop's lagging a little with this 4K footage, though.
Oh yeah, dude.
I just have to let it buffer its previews, technically.
Oh yeah. Because what are you using there? Is that After Effects? Oh, for
Premiere Pro.
Ah, yeah.
I'll be right back.
Ooh, got a big paragraph from Mom. Let's see. All right, puns. Love the idea. I have a sister friend who has traveled extensively and couch surfed with strangers. One fella in Ireland was a witch, who have since become her friends. If you need pointers, let me know, and I will connect to you guys. She has lots of fun. Most of her travel has been to Europe and South America. Yeah. Yeah. The friend she's talking about, its name is Karen. It's one of her old co-worker friends. But yeah, she gets around and has lots of adventures. Oh, Laura says Jeff is frozen. And I guess, yeah, it seems like you're still, for the moment. Mom says, gotta go. So nice seeing you. Travis, do you know who I'm talking about? yeah, I know who you're talking about. But yeah, it was nice having you on the stream as always, Mom. Hope you have a good day. I guess I'll, talk to you guys tomorrow for Father's Day. Alright.
She can't hear me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jeff says goodbye as well. He's fixing his stream. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I should be back now. Hopefully.
Let's see once it catches up. I know it's black screen right now, but it'll pop up here in a sec. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, good. Yeah, I think it's because I was rendering in Adobe Premiere while I'm trying to edit and live stream all from the same laptop. So I probably overkilled it.
Yeah.
You're back! Thanks, Laura. I appreciate you saying that. videos of me messing around with my GoPro when I first got it. Just flying it around my bedroom.
Oh, Laura says, your mom seems cool, Travis. Oh, thank you. Yeah, she's real nice.
She is so rad. I really like her. So supportive too.
Oh yeah, very much. It's
She
always
came out and
funny.
visited in Kelowna, didn't she?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
stayed
that's
for
right.
a little bit in Kelowna.
Right, we had a great time with her. That's right.
Yeah. It was good.
I gotta stop putting the sun behind me.
It was so hard to get backlit.
Yeah, and then it just washes everything right out. There she is.
Oh, that sky is so blue.
Right? Oh, coming up here is my parents' dog, Sky. And I thought that's what you're saying. Like, how did you know that dog's name?
Yeah, that is funny.
It's good timing. It wouldn't have been as funny if there wasn't that lag delay to either, because
Oh yeah.
it was perfect timing. So on my screen, I saw her run right up, just as you said it.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, that's a lot of good footage already. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I want to show everyone. I'm gonna do like a montage video in the end of us building the little off-site structure for us to live in, and my brother's new trailer and the land. I'll do a walk around. I want to show my dad's sauna off too. It's one of the great things of living here. He has a sauna.
Oh, that's so cool.
Mhm.
My dad and my brother always build one in any house they live in. It's in our family, being Finnish and all.
Yeah,
Sauna.
Sauna.
Natalie's actually learning Finnish.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yep. Going through the program right now.
Say
I've been
anything in
doing it for a
Finnish?
few months. Hauska tavata. Nimeni on Natalie. Tama on aviomias Jeff. That's nice to meet you, I think. My name is Natalie and this is my husband Jeff.
Husband, the marriage is off.
Yeah. Guess I should learn boyfriend would be more accurate. Super long term boyfriend.
Life partner. What's life partner?
Oh, I don't know.
I thought they don't have male-female terms.
Well, they
Boyfriend,
don't.
girlfriend.
They don't have a he and she, but they do have a husband and wife.
Boyfriend. Oh, okay, yeah, I guess that makes more sense.
Interesting.
Yeah. I love language.
Montage, says Laura. Yeah. How you doing, Laura? How are things with you? Boyfriend sounds juvenile. It's awkward. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
so
look at us.
awkward.
We're all awkward people.
Speak for yourself.
Check the stream on my end. Make sure it's going well. Sweet music still working. That was the one thing I was worried about.
Oh yeah, according to this, it's been playing new songs and stuff. So.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Not much to report? All right. I mean, no massive life changes like we've had, right? Once I get set up in our new official place, I'll have it all running on my tower for the stream, and then I can edit away on here, no problem. Oh, Nat's doing the part with the Jellyfly Killer with the candy cane guy sticking out of his head, his little legs kicking in the background there. So cute.
That's fun.
Yeah. Yeah,
Popping
he's...
out of the sleeping bag. I love the look on his face too.
Here comes the jam.
Oh no, this is permanent, Laura. The stream. In fact, I'm thinking of growing the stream to add more artists. So Mike Allen might actually be joining us, which will be good. He might start a stream. I might get a couple of friends, maybe a Maris if she's interested. I'm still trying to find 3 more people who want to do a weekly stream of doing art together. But the goal, of course, is everybody works on our show ideas together to try and make the pilots happen twice a month, and then the other 2 days a month they can stream whatever they want, right? So we're hoping to expand and keep this as a main thing. Yeah, Mike. So yeah, that's kind of this is what we wanted TwitchWix to always be: is us making cartoons live with people, start to finish, so that people can see the process in and out and become a part of it, and that our artists get the recognition they deserve, being the ones putting most of the work into the shows outside of the voice actors and the producers and stuff, right? No, I'm lost. I don't know what to do. What the fuck do you do?
Start a new character.
Kind of doing research for Dungeon Flipper lore ideas. It's kind of just gotten me digging around in mythology stuff, which I've always been like super into, including like even Judeo-Christian stuff, which I've always kind of turned my nose at. But it did give me the idea it would be fun to have like there being like this really great architect in Dungeon Flipper world that like helped make the Tower of Babel, but because of the whole like it collapsing thing, like he can't communicate at all, like since the incident.
Yeah.
And that would be like this, the greatest architect of like all time, but like that they can actually hire and stuff, but he's like completely like mute and stuff.
I like that. I also love how you do things like that. You have like an all-inclusive in almost all your cartoons.
Yeah, like
Very
yeah,
accessible.
incorporate. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Again, then the world needs more of that kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
How's North of the Unknown coming along?
Oh, I haven't done much for it in a while. I need to get back to it. I got like about between half and 2/3 of a new script for it, and it's been cool. It's a lot of like it's I always have to make things harder for myself because like it's not a direct script version of the comic. It's kind of its own thing, or like a new way of introducing the characters. But
Okay.
it's kind of about them kind of being forced to like map out this valley for this queen, and like they end up like fighting some bandits, and there's like it all escalates into them fighting a mythical creature called the Cinnamologus.
What's the main site that you have your comic on?
I guess it's on Webtoons and Tapas.
Which one do you prefer to push people towards?
Probably Tapas.
I'm gonna pull it up right
Tapas.
TAA
And then just one A. Tapas.
PAS. Like tapas when you go to the restaurant.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. I'm gonna share this
Yeah.
in our Restream channel
Nice.
so that people can go check it out. Because if you don't know what it is, Travis has been working out. Well, how many years now you've been doing this?
It's been a couple years, although I've kind of been on, I guess, like an unofficial hiatus lately, but
Still,
I'll get
like
back to
the
it.
amount of work
Yeah.
that you put into it and how long you've
Oh,
been
yeah.
going for, it's
yeah.
testament to your motivation and internal willpower, you know?
Yeah, that's for sure.
I suggest everybody check that out. I just sent a link there. His artwork is great in it. I love the characters, especially North, because she's got that sextant built into her hand.
Yeah.
It's my favorite part. And that the fact that it's a freaking kiwi bird, because I love New Zealand so much.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to see how far your art's come from episode 1 all the way to now.
Oh yeah, some of those first few drawings of North and Blitz, I'm like, it takes me a little while before I feel like I really got her down and stuff.
So it is with every comic, though, when you're working on it. You're
yeah.
constantly refining, getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really...
Oh, thank you. Saying the art is good. Thanks.
It's amazing. I love it. In fact, it's one of the first things you ever showed me of your work, and it's what endeared me to want to get to know you more. Oof, yeah, look at all those chapters. 6'3" is your latest, eh? Oh yeah, so her head's kind of gotten longer over the years.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Interesting. I like it better now, though. It's way more stylized for your look.
Yeah.
Oh, they're still fighting those. Yeah, that's right. The bird characters.
Yeah.
People caught up with them, right?
Yeah. So they're like right outside the like lost city, and then they're about to have this big chase/fight scene as they're gonna kind of race through the city.
Forgot about that. And your backgrounds and environments. Wow, what a step up.
Yeah, right.
It's come such a long way for those. And your perspective has gotten really good. Yeah, I like Tapas. I like its viewer, actually. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of enjoy it too, the way it kind of does everything.
The way they do your chapters on the sidebar and you can full screen things.
Yeah. I think like Webtoon is more popular, but I think like you have to make the files smaller, and it kind of favors kind of a phone size
Yeah.
like little bites, and I'm just like I like my weird kind of page layouts.
That's actually an interesting question. Do you find that now that there's all these different sized mobile screens, that writing and getting your comic to look good, like how do you manage that on all those screen sizes? You know?
It's true, yeah. And I think like everything I see is always like you have to really make it like fit the phone screen size better, or like have it to where I know it favors having like all your panels be the same size. Which is fine, but I'm too much of I'm too old school and like my weird manga-y page layouts.
Yeah. I
So
like when
think
things break out of the box, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, me too.
It gives it depth. What was that, Ned?
Yeah, I like that too. It's way more visually interesting when it pops out like that, or something unexpected happens about the panel.
And it gives you a focus too, that you to draw the eye. Okay, this is the main part of the scene. It's breaking out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it can be. I'd probably be a lot more successful, I think, if I stuck with a boring old every panel being the same size. But
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Oh, I forgot to mention at the start of the stream that we're actually only doing a 2-hour stream today, not a 3-hour stream.
That's true.
Ugh. Oh, and Laura's gone now. She's the only one watching, so I'll tell her when she gets back. Yeah, I know me and Natalie, when we were first making our first comic, we wanted to try and get it on, and back, this was, oh, geez, 10 years ago at least,
Probably.
maybe more, probably 12 or 13. Books Beyond the Grave? What do you think,
Yeah.
Nat? 13,
Oof.
12, 14, 15?
Well, no, I mean, 10, maybe 10.
No? Nothing?
Yeah. Can you not hear me? Jeff?
Alright then. Yeah, but anyways, we were trying to get it to work on, like, back then it was just basically forum style sites that you posted your pages to, and they had like a page pagination at the bottom. That was the only way you could read webcomics back then.
Yeah.
They didn't have these cool interfaces where you could zoom on each panel individually or zoom all the way out, you know. And I just remember being such a pain to figure out how to get the text to be big enough so people can always read it while still having room to write everything you need, as well as like making sure if you're going to do the breakout that it's not breaking out of their format so you don't lose some of your art when people are saying, you know.
Yeah.
No, I can't hear you, Nat, in Discord at all.
Oh, that's weird.
Maybe? Oh, you're really,
wait,
really,
you have
really
to-
quiet.
How about
It's
that?
not even being picked up. Try leaving the Discord channel and coming back in.
All right.
At least you can hear us.
How do I sound now?
There we go.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Weird.
It's Discord. It has issues. It always has.
All right. Well, yeah.
I'm
never-
glad the stream can still hear you though.
Yeah. I mean, I'm answering you and you're not hearing me. It's kind of
Yeah.
a little frustrating.
There we go.
Oh, Nat's actually louder on your end. Yeah, she's actually super quiet on our end compared to the rest of us.
Huh. Oh well.
That's fine. There was that one stream where my audio wasn't even turned on for about 2 hours of it, so I'm sure it's fine for you to miss 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Get Discord open here and the other chat open here. Oh, look at the Jellyfiller Killer looking all happy with himself.
Yeah. After creating such a mess.
Alright. Oh, FYI, Laura, since you're pretty much our only viewer right now, we're only doing a 2-hour stream today, so we'll be done at 2 today. Just for your information. I was supposed to say it at the beginning of the show, and I totally forgot. So Nat, just so you know, even though Mr. Bubble Pops is a rigid body, you can still have him bend and curve and deform,
I keep forgetting about that. Yeah.
right? Treat them
Yeah.
as if they're flesh, even though they're not, you know?
Mm. Mm-hmm. Will do.
It's always funny doing animation because you get to cheat reality so much and physics so
Oh,
much.
yeah.
Like all
Yeah.
those cartoons where you pull a sword out of nowhere. It's just the cartoon physics. Just you have an infinite pocket. You know?
Yeah.
Or like characters that don't even wear clothes somehow have pockets to keep things.
Yeah. It's always strange.
Yeah. Yet we accept it. We were willing to push past that and still do
Yeah.
it. You know?
Yeah, it's funny what gets called out and what doesn't. Like sometimes it's like weird continuity things will end up being figured out, but also it's like, oh wait, how do they remember all this stuff?
Yeah, that doesn't add up. And then in the video gamer in me wants us to be like, okay, well, how many slots do they have in their inventory?
Yeah.
Or what's their max weight capacity if you play D&D?
I remember reading once that with Adventure Time, Henboard was always very specific about making sure that there wasn't any hammer space, or like that everything that showed up on a scene was like either introduced or like just there, like nothing comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
if it's like it'll be a thing like if someone has a microphone, like him like looking like scratching through the storyboard revisions, being like, we gotta make sure that microphone is there the whole time.
Yeah.
Or like someone just has a microphone when the scene starts, which seems weird until it's like needed in the scene or something like that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I always wanted to do a cartoon that was shot like Arrested Development, like there was a documentary team with them, so you could always like pop the boom mic in the shot once in a while, you know, and have these extra characters you never see but are always there.
Oh, that's fun.
It's about coming up with a good concept that's set in that format that works for the format, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's also been pretty overdone in a lot of... I mean, it's the same thing with The Office or Parks and Rec, right? But I've never really seen an animated show. I guess, actually, that's not true. That really crass show, Drawn Together, was about a reality TV house with different cartoons from different universes. And it kind of had that feel.
Yeah.
But that was more like those reality TV shows where everyone's trying to sleep with each other. So it's like cameras stationary in different rooms.
Yeah, very like real world and like Big Brother and stuff.
Yeah, Big Brother-ish. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
But I want to do one where it's like, you know, the Jacques Cousteau documentary crew following someone around doing something unusual for that style, you know?
Yeah. Makes me think, circling back to OKKO, there's an episode where my brain just inverted on itself. There's an episode where the characters, the main three characters of the show are shown as actors who play the characters on the show, and they watch the original pilot for the show, which is very stylistically and tonally different, while having commentary like of the characters as actors of the characters, commenting on the show, being like, "Oh, I can't believe I did that."
Trying to out-meta Dan Harmon.
Yeah, it was very, very much like that, where they were like the characters in this, like as actors, acting kind of different than how they usually do, and then being like, "What were we thinking about this scene? I don't know. We were supposed to go in a different direction, but we ended up doing this instead."
That's funny. The Mystery Science Theatering their own show, basically.
Yeah. The biggest kind of like weird thing they did was the very end, because like the way noses were drawn in the pilot were like entirely different. Like they had these big kind of like goofy looking noses in the pilot, and they were like, "Oh yeah, how do their noses look like that again?" And then like later it shows them like sneezing their noses off, basically.
Aww.
It's just their reasoning behind the nose change. That they just all sneeze very hard, and all their big noses like off.
Yeah, right. Well, it's clever.
Guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to take a quick break.
Oh, you did?
Welcome back.
Just throwing that up into the screen for a while. Gotta start getting good at that. Ideally, we'll have someone producing the show for us eventually, and they can swap between screens a little better than I always forget I can. Or I'm caught up in my artwork. Philly Killer looks so satisfied.
Yeah. As you should be, performing an action like that.
No kidding.
Yeah. Can't wait to see this part animated. I think it's going to be pretty hilarious.
Has he emptied his jelly onto the?
Yeah, he did.
Ah.
I made sure to take a couple of panels to show it slowly oozing out.
I think we're gonna have to add in a nice low action shot over Mr. Bubble Pop's perspective, like if there was like a GoPro on the ground next to him looking up at Jellyfish Killer, kind of
Yeah.
preparing to squirt it out on him.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh, that's Nat. It looks like he's just pooping all diarrhea and all over him. Oh my god. We're gonna have to think that one out. The way I originally saw it, Nat, is he was standing far away from him, and he kind of like it's peeing on him like a guy pees.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So
this,
it's like-
yeah, okay.
He kind of like pulls his bottom torso out between his legs and aims the jelly fill hole at the guy, and then just goes "Hurr!" and he's like onto him and sticks him like Spider-Man's webs, you know.
Yeah, okay. It wasn't clear in the script. He said he climbs on top of him or...
Yeah, that's good.
Comes
It's fine.
over to him.
These are things that get workshopped in the thumbnailing phase, anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
But you're getting the idea down. That's what that is, and it looks so nasty.
I know. It looked worse when I had it red. It was like, well, it's jam. Let's make it red. And then, no, that was so bad.
No, that's not what you think it is.
Let's keep it blue. For now.
Laura's asking, do you have voice actors yet? And then Jelly Blood?
Yeah.
Question mark?
No.
Not well. Voice actors for Unicorn Dick is essentially me and Eric Ronning as Cornhole and Derp Bentley. As Cornhole and Mosley Flynn. And Natalie will probably be doing Derp Bentley, but Derp Bentley only speaks in llama speak. And then Flick the Fly, I'm not sure, but I might try and talk David Hayter into it. He might be interested in doing it by that point. I'm not too sure then. And then out from that, I want to use my friends and families in the studio, artists and Travis and Mike and everybody to do our internal voices with this one. You know, just have a good time with it. Like I guess Llama Speak would kind of be like, "Ma, meh, ma, ma." And only Flynn can understand her, so everyone's like, what the hell? Although that sounds more like a goat, and I went because I like the sound of that for a llama, but technically llamas don't make that sound, and their sound is actually quite annoying.
Can you bring it up so we can hear it?
Yeah. Laura looks forward to hearing your llama speak, man.
Yeah.
Workshop till she's not
Yeah, I gotta do some research and try to nail it down so I sound less like a goat.
No, I think we'll keep it that way anyways, just because it doesn't really matter, you know? Unless we get all our fans being like, we're not going to watch a show because you didn't do proper llama sounds. And then I'll be like, well,
Accurate.
then don't watch our show, I guess.
Your llama speak isn't after.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
That is not the proper dialect of llama. Goats are familiar, you are right.
Yeah, that's true.
Nice. Mom just walked over and showed me a picture. She's coming to show you now, Nat. It's my
Oh,
daughter
yeah?
with the trailer driving home.
Oh yeah, nice.
Nice.
So excited. Oh,
Yeah, Laura's like, maybe you'll make one llama fan mad. I like that, llama fan.
probably will.
Llama nerd
Nice.
rage. No, yet. That's the worst kind of nerd rage.
Oh yeah. If I don't do it right, there will definitely be at least one person who tells me I'm doing it wrong. But whatever. If it's got to work for the show too. If an actual llama's sound doesn't work for whatever reason, or I can't actually produce that noise, well, it's not going to work. So.
No, I wouldn't watch a bunch of llama videos. They do not make an appealing noise at all.
Yeah, don't they kind of scream, sort of? Or is that...
Yeah, it's kind of like a screechy, banshee thing.
Hmm.
So everybody, go ahead and Google, llama screech or llama ba or whatever, llama sounds.
Llama
It's
bomb.
not something you could easily mimic and have people be like, oh, that's a llama, right? It's weird. It's a weird noise.
It's sort of like I know that like the sounds that people use for bald eagles is actually like the sound.
Oh,
of
yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
Because bald eagles don't like have a very majestic sound; they just make like a little chirp. But it's not majestic and American enough, so they give it
Yeah.
like a big hawk, hawk like.
What's really funny is in Canada we have more bald eagles than you guys.
It's true. Like I don't think I've ever seen one in the wild or in the here in the wild.
I think you guys actually have more beavers than us though because of your sheer size.
Really?
And of course, Laura, we'll have to get you doing some voices too, like classic Four Villains days. I still want to make a Four Villains animated show too. See if we get the crew back together to at least do some voice acting on it. I think we could take the art that Mike Allen did for the Four Villains characters and turn it into some like pretty funny shorts, or even just do the scripts again but animated. You know,
Oh, heck yeah. That would be awesome.
right? Rebuild the set that we lived
Oh.
in 3D. Wouldn't that be rad?
That would be, yeah, even just for us, so we could, like, see it again
Yeah.
and move
Laura's
around in the
into it.
environment. Nice.
Yeah.
'Cause Laura played Synapse in our show, and you can actually watch it on YouTube. Four Villains, the number 4 villains, all one word. Is that an angry potato? No, it's definitely not a sweet potato. Who's Erica Jean? Anyone know Erica Jean? Hi, Erica, by the way.
Nope, not sure.
It's not an angry potato. It's an angry jelly donut.
That's right. Kind of hard
That's
to tell, but
That's right, Laura. That set was damn good, considering we built it in our apartment and lived in it for 4 years.
yeah, fun
I think I have a
times.
bunch of images of it too still I have to dig up. I could post those somewhere for everybody. Yeah, good old Four Villains. I miss it. I rewatched it recently. It still holds up. I'm pretty impressed with what we accomplished, even though it was, completely ad hoc and shambled together by a bunch of amateurs. It turned out really good. I'm mostly proud of the fact that we all stuck together as a community for all those years doing it, and that was really impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mini fridge. I remember that. And my tiny mini couch that I found that Shadow Snake wouldn't even fit on, but he apparently slept there all the time. Oh, those days. I'll see if I can find the YouTube channel, actually. 15 subscribers. I'll share
Nice.
that in the chat. Everybody. So yeah, this is the live action show we used to do together as a team, including Onion Kitten in the chat here, Laura, who plays Synapse, myself, Natalie. Not Travis though, we hadn't met by then, unfortunately. Although I think you would have been great for it too.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Hey, we have 100 messages with Restream chat. Only
Nice.
because of Laura and Travis's mom, Nita.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop, ew. Check some stuff up. There we go. Go us! Yeah, that's right. I mean, you drove it last time. You did a stream, all four of us. Laura's messages just brought us up to 100 real fast.
Yeah.
I love it though. I want to get more engagement. I want more people. Whoop, getting into the close-ups. Oh no, I guess we just zoomed in for her, eh?
Oh yeah. It is more push for a wide shot, I guess. We're doing this little sack race hop, getting out of this sleeping bag. We'll have like, I think the previous shot, she's like lying down, looking up. The stream to catch up. But she's like lying down and then waking up, and she has to do like a big like kind of worm, like hopping onto her feet.
Okay.
From like a lying down position. Hop it, get out of the sleeping bag super fast. Reveals she's wearing her suit all along.
And my tablet went to sleep and lost us for a second. There we go. There's a band called Four Villains now?
Really?
That's
Tribute band,
awesome.
obviously.
Yeah, it'd be hilarious if they were a tribute band to our random 2-episode web series from 10 years ago.
Oh, man. They spell it the same and everything?
Yeah, it's apparent according to Laura.
Wow. Cool.
That's funny. That is so funny. Come up with YouTube shows. What kind of music are they? Did you watch any? That's called official video. That's hilarious. They're like crazy clown face band. They're probably metal, like goth clowns. That's funny. Punk or ska. Okay. Yeah, I didn't play it because I wouldn't be able to hear it. My audio's set up for the stream, but that's funny. Goth clown punk ska.
Oh, jeez. That's unique.
Very much so. Oh, we're coming up to the end of our stream. We're actually only doing a 2-hour stream today. I know Erica just joined in, unfortunately, but yeah, this is actually to the end of the stream today. Normally we go till 3 o'clock, but me and Natalie have just moved into a new place and have a bunch of work we gotta get done around here. However, if you don't know anything about us, or if you're just tuning in right now, my name is Jeff Salmon, and I started Twitch Pixel Studios with Natalie Harvey, who's also on the stream here with us. And we basically want to make cartoons live with you, start to finish, from concept all the way to pilot. And we want to share that process with you. Once you guys to join in and ask questions, come hang out, talk pop culture, video games, movies, whatever you want with us. Have a good time, build an awesome community, and hang out while we work. And we're just going to keep working on our ideas. Travis Fallow is here with me today as well, working on his cartoon idea, Dungeon Flippers. We usually have Mike Murphy here, who works on his ideas as well. Natalie Harvey, who is working today on our collaborative concept called Unicorn Dick, or Unicorn Detective Agency. And I was just messing around here, keeping the stream produced while I'm working on some video stuff. So that's what we had going today. So make sure you follow each artist individually. The idea of our studio isn't just to bring to light the voice actors and producers and directors who make our shows, but to give a face and a voice to the artists who put all that hard work in to make them happen. So make sure you follow them on the streams. I'll leave the panel up at the end where you can find all our different channels, as well as share around Twitch Pixels channels as well on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, or even show us some love on Instagram. Thanks again to Nita and Laura for coming in, and even Erica, even though you only got the last 10 minutes of us. And Eric Arg, who popped his head in and said hello. Thank you very much. Big shout out to Mike Murphy, who is currently sick at home. Unfortunately, couldn't join us today on the stream. I hope you feel better, bud. And we'll see you guys all next week for a full 3-hour stream. So yeah, thanks again, guys, for coming.
Yeah, it was good. See you next week.
Aw, Laura. Thanks, guys. We will see you all next week at noon PST for a full stream. Thanks
right.
for watching. Bye.